Hierarchy we know it as a design principle, but it's just not one principle. There is much more hidden inside. That's why in this video I wanted to dig into hierarchy in design and show you live example what all categories are there in hierarchy. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that like button. In this channel, I'll teach graphic designing in a very easy way with lot of live examples. Okay, now let's dive in. These are the categories which you could find in hierarchy. Hierarchy in scale, hierarchy in color, hierarchy in space, hierarchy in perspective, and hierarchy in depth. First, let's look at the hierarchy in scale. When we use scaling by reducing or increasing, you can see that this one shape is getting focus and others are helping the shape to stand out. You can play around with the scale in hierarchy, like make two shapes bigger and two shapes smaller. Also make the shapes in different sizes, guiding our eyes from small to big. Let's look at the real design example. It's really simple to understand. The larger title is seen first for our eyes, and then it moves to the second text below it. Finally, smallest text in this corner. When you plan before designing which part to be bigger in size and which part could be smallest will really make a lot of difference in your designs. You can do it with images, shapes, and lot more. Now let's look at the second point, hierarchy in color. Here are the same circle shapes. Now I want to highlight just two circles. I'll do it by changing the color of it to the darkest. If I want to make it less important, I would make it lighter color than others. Imagine you want to keep all the text in the same size or make it least important, any word or sentence from it. You can use colors to do it. The darker the color is, the more it's highlighted, and the lighter the color, less highlighted. It's that simple. Again, you can do it with images, shapes, and any design element by just using colors. An important point, make sure you're not crossing the color palette for your designs. Let's move to the third point, which is hierarchy in space. We have the circles here, but I want to keep it in an order that it has layers and can be identified one by one. I can place them like layers one upon another, and to give more differentiation, I can change the color also. Now easily we can identify that which one is close and which one is in the last. Closer objects seems more important. When it comes to the design, you can see here I have added the text at the background bigger than the main text. But since I have placed it behind the main text, our eyes will focus the text which is on it. Placing an element one on another can bring hierarchy in space. You can try it with images and shapes and any design element. Let's look at the fourth point, which is hierarchy in perspective. It works like how our human eyes sees. Think of a photo where an object is focused and the background is blurry. Same way we can do it with the elements. Like example, here are the same circles. Let's blur one circle. Now we can feel that it's little far from the other circles. Automatically it forces us to look at the unblurred shape over here. And when we come to the depth, we can play around with increasing blurriness and decreasing the opacity to give depth to our elements. Same way you can see this design. I have blurred the text. Here it feels like it's from far and the main text is focused to our eyes. Again, you can try this with any element like images, shapes, and much more in your designs. End of the day, hierarchy means we have to manipulate and guide the viewer's eyes. And that's all about the pro tips in hierarchy. Hope this video was informative. I'll see you all in another informative video on graphic designing. See you all, have a great day.